I'm just hitting the button.
That's okay. A mustache kind of music video they did a long time ago. And I didn't know any of the people. It was definitely before I started, and they were running around Jackson Square and just here and
I
there.
saw that. That was Neil and them. Yeah.
Okay. But
Neil Underfair, Ben Smith,
right.
Irv Eisen, and all that. Jimmy Heaslip.
Yeah, I know a lot of those guys. I just didn't. I wasn't there when they shot that either. So I didn't have a lot of spare time when I was working at the mustache. I was back in. I was school full time. I had a kid and all, so I didn't.
No, you were a busy guy.
If I wasn't working, I was either sleeping or studying.
Here comes David.
I'll see him coming on.
So you guys had a good time at the reunion?
We did. It was very nice.
That was great. We missed you, Tom.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. How's Joel doing? Because I know
A little slow.
he was syncing on the Zoom.
Yeah, well, he was hanging in there the last day that we had a little luncheon and the band gathered. Joel started kind of sliding down a little bit with the banjo. Towards the end, he was tired, and those sofas didn't really give you a lot of support on your back. So I think it would have been better if he had a something better to sit on.
Yeah.
But he was kind of almost reclining playing after a while. I have clips of all that. I didn't work all that up. I have a little bit from the concert and just some other little pictures that a guy from Boston, John Rogers, sent to me. There's about 10 pictures from the Boston Cape Cod clubs.
He was a nice guy.
He was, yeah. He and his wife,
Mhm.
Tom sent them the Zoom links, so I don't know if they're going to get on at 4 or not, because a lot of these people don't know that.
She gave me one of those shirts she put together that Joel was wearing that Wednesday, that red shirt.
Mhm.
So I'm real happy about that. A new mustache shirt.
Okay.
Well, I also found a different list of emails, and I sent that out on Wednesday. So we might get some people that we didn't have on the old list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was nice, and like I said, I have a lot of footage because the band played probably about 2 hours or so on Thursday night, and I recorded everything that they did, and plus just candid stuff. And then Wednesday, of course, they started off playing, and then another band, the
Galvanized.
But some of the mustache band sat in with them, Joel and Chris and Mike.
Dave Weibel sat in with
Dave
him.
Weibel, yeah. And so I shot some of that too. And then Joel sang a couple of songs with them. So I ended up recording a lot of them. And then the mustache band sat with them and played 2 or 3 numbers. And then the mustache band finished it up with a sing along. So it was a lot of playing that day. Yeah. And then they played again on Thursday for a while.
And the Galvanized jazz band is from New Haven, or?
I guess I think they're all local. Joel's, in fact, I talked to them and I said, well, so Joel's going to sit in with y'all? And he says, no, Joel started this band. So Joel was in that band from the 70s. I don't think he plays with them as much anymore, but
Interesting. Joel's had a lot of effect on a lot of people.
Yeah, but they were good. The Galvanized band I have recorded a couple of their songs completely. They could play Bourbon Street easily. They're real New Orleans style jazz. It was great.
I was also thinking of like Gim and stuff is about the same, almost the same age as Joel. So when Joel was starting all these clubs, he was really young.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Joel is. I think he said he's
Out of college.
Was yesterday his birthday? He was going to make 87 on the 20th, I think.
Today.
Today? Okay.
Yesterday was Mike Gentry's birthday. I think today is Joel's birthday.
Okay. I think he said he was going to make 87.
Yeah, Mike made 79 yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I talked to him. Mike, Dottie and I called him last night and wished him a happy birthday. They were cooking grilled tuna. So that was his birthday dinner, and he and his wife were having a big dinner. So that was nice.
Mhm.
Now he has a bunch of kids. Does he have a bunch of kids or?
No,
one?
he's got two daughters, two grown daughters. But he's got great grandchildren.
Well, yeah, at 79, your kids are pretty old.
Yeah, when my daughter
And guess
Leslie,
what? When I met Mike, his youngest daughter was a little girl walking around in diapers. And
yeah,
now she's a grandmother, you know.
yeah,
Has Mike been married to the same person for all that time?
No, he was married to a lady named Linda, and they split up somewhere when he was at Disney. And then when he went on a riverboat, he met Karen. That's his wife now. She worked on the riverboats.
Okay.
They got married. They've been married for a long time now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Life with a musician, I mean, working every night or every day or whatever, that's a lot.
yeah. Marty was supposed to send me some pictures he shot. Well, I think Barry looked at them. Also, he shot at Mardi Gras in 71 and 73 when he came to
Yeah,
New
I saw him. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was going to scan them and send them to me. He told me just to go ahead and take them, but I felt nervous about taking them just in case, I
Yeah.
said, better off if you scan them and then send them to me. But somebody else told me he may not be adept at doing that.
Well, that was me because, every
Yeah.
time he comes on the Zoom, it's audio.
Yeah.
Of course, then we have David here, which all we have is David K. Oh,
There
you're
he
there,
David.
Mr. Dave.
Mr.
There he
Dave.
is. Yeah.
Hello, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Everybody back home where they belong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like Dolly.
How you doing, Dave?
Doing okay. Still adjusting my sound here.
So were you around the mustache when Fred was filming the Good and the Bad Waiter film?
I don't remember that.
Training film, dumb waiter and super waiter.
That sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't picture it. So maybe I just heard about it before.
Yeah. It was when Ed Ali was there because Barry said Ed played the dumb waiter and he played the smart waiter. So I was there the whole time Ed was there. In fact, I started a little bit before Eddie because Randy was there first and then Ed came down later.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie played dumb waiter and I played super waiter.
Oh, Tom
It was a
Destroyer.
comparison contrast training film.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun with it, a lot of laughs.
I wonder
Nothing ever
if
of it.
I wonder if Roger has his hands on that.
Yeah. Somebody should, you would think, unless
That'd be fun to see.
I never did. Did you ever see it, Barry?
I saw clips of it. It never was put together 100% as far as I know.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it ever was used, but from my understanding, Joel produced it. Joel put up the money for it. Fred was the director and wrote the script and all that. But the thing is, it didn't have sound. It was back on the old, what do you call it, Tom? 8mm cameras.
Yeah, probably Super 8. They would have to record the sound separately and dub it in.
Right.
That's the way we used to do the old movies.
And when do you think that was, Bill? You said it was when you got there.
Sure,
already?
Barry's the one that brought it up. I did not even.
I would say it was 71.
Yeah.
71, I was busy losing my voice. That was when I went to the hospital end of 71. So yeah, I wasn't there then.
I believe it was 71.
Yeah, that's right. Because you were a waiter when I first met you. You weren't playing in the band yet. You were waiting.
I was waiting tables. Yeah.
Yeah. So
You got to see the metamorphosis.
yeah.
But
You had to
it's
crawl
amazing how many musicians start off as waiters at the Mustache.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Chris did, I think.
Neil, the trombone player, was saying he would start off as a waiter.
You know?
Chris Fenimore said he did too.
Yeah.
And Chris was real interesting to talk to also because with his PBS, his Pittsburgh TV show and all that. We got to talking about all that.
He was the general manager of that station, wasn't he?
That's what he said ultimately. Yes.
Oh, wow.
And I asked him why he never ever used playing the band, the fact that he could play the banjo in his cooking show. He just said he couldn't figure out how it would work out. I said, man, you don't have to work out. You just pick up your banjo and start. Here's a happy little tune while the eggs are frying, you know.
Mm.
Or peel the potatoes with the strings.
That's true. Yeah, julienne potatoes on my G string.
It sure was good to spend some face-to-face time with those guys.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm sorry I
Being
missed
every
it. That would have
week,
been
on
fun.
Zoom, but talking face-to-face is quite different.
Hmm. Yeah,
Chris just seems like a really nice guy.
he is. Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody. And I got to talk with Gim and meet his wife. And we all went and ate places together and just sat around and chatted, you know.
And out
I
of
thought
all
that
the
was-
other jobs that you've had, have you ever gone to meet your people that you used to work with? I haven't.
No, I hadn't. In fact, when I quit the federal government, the office I left is only about 5 miles from my house. I never set foot in that place again after I walked out the door. So I would occasionally see somebody from the office, but that was about it.
Well, I appreciated the raise we got this year. So,
Mm.
So,
No, we ain't got
Tom,
it yet.
so David, are you on Social Security now, or are you still railroad?
railroad. And I thought I could never change, but I didn't think Karen could change either once she chose railroad or Social Security. But she was told that she can change. And so when she turns 70, we're under the impression that she can switch to Social Security and actually make more money.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that should be interesting.
Well, on Social Security, if every year you wait past your full retirement year, you get an extra 8%.
Mhm.
So Bonnie and I,
Even though you're not paying into it, huh? That's
well,
good.
you paid into it, but I'm just saying it's just like a little perk for not taking it right away. They
You have
give
to have so many quarters.
Yeah, right. It's Snake.
Hey, Snake.
Hey, Tom, did Emily come back with you? Or she's still there?
No, she's still in California. I'm going there Monday. I talked to her today. I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "Well, I'm cleaning the baseboards." I said, "What do you mean you're cleaning the baseboards? What kind of,
That's
you're the
that's a-
grandmother. You're supposed to take care of the kid, not clean baseboards."
Hi,
Hey,
Snake.
Snake.
Hey
Hey,
guys,
Mike.
Hello, Snake. Hello, Mike.
how are y'all?
Hey,
Snake and
Good.
Mike, the Denver connection.
Yeah.
Y'all getting much
For
snow?
Mike Gentry- Except for Mike Gentry, we missed the Denver connection up in the reunion.
Yeah, well, I wished we were there.
mhm.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I would love to have been there, but I have trouble walking across the street these days, so
Mhm.
I'd have a good excuse.
Yeah.
Am I
Well, I
on?
was glad we were able to Zoom from there because
That was nice. That was
Yeah.
nicely done.
I was glad about that.
Yeah, I was attended that one. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We hear you. We hear you and we see you.
Yeah.
Okay. That's probably the worst.
2 out of 2.
I wasn't going to say that because
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. It was a nice sized turnout. I guess maybe what you think, Barry, you think maybe 40 people, including dates and waiters,
Including
stuff like that.
spouses and waiters, everybody. I'd say 40 people, maybe 45.
Yeah. So it wasn't anywhere close to the last one, but it was a real nice congenial group. I have some clips to show later when we get more people on, I guess. Might have a
Cool.
couple new ones. I don't know if either of y'all know John Rogers from the Boston Cape Cod Club. He was there and he sent me about 10 pictures from Boston Cape Cod, to put on, when we get a chance later. But we got some video clips from the band and just some of the happenings there, but I have a lot more to work on. I just have a little bit of it today.
That photo montage you did, Bill, was very nicely done. Thanks for doing that.
it was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, everybody watched it a few times there. They just kept running it on the big TV in the lobby. So
Yeah, that was fun. That was nice how we had that big screen TV to play
I'll
that.
be right back. The dog's going nuts.
I
So
think Joel
Snake,
really
go ahead.
liked that montage.
What were you saying, Barry?
I think Joel particularly liked that montage Billy put together.
I bet he did.
He watched it a number of times.
Yeah. Well, it kind of moved fast, so you can watch it a few times before you catch everything. Because it wasn't like our Zoom meetings where you would hold up a picture and then everybody can talk about it for 10 minutes, you know, so it was,
No, that
Did
was fun.
Joel speak to everybody at any point?
Yeah, the whole time, pretty much.
mhm.
It wasn't a real formal thing, David. It was
Mm.
real laid back the whole 3 days.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I imagine he was pretty happy.
He
I
was,
think
it was kind of
so.
bittersweet, because, everybody kind of got the vibes this probably is the last time everybody's gonna be together, Joel was, he played the songs and he sang and you could hear him and all that, but the energy level has diminished a little bit. But he was thoroughly enjoying himself, you can tell.
I think he knew it was the swan song.
Yeah, but then before we left, he started talking about having the next reunion as a cruise.
Yeah.
Everybody gets on the boat, so well, keep a good thought,
Do you have any trouble making connections, Barry?
No, it was just a hassle. The whole thing's a hassle, but no trouble.
The airports, you mean?
Yeah, the airports, train stations, and all that stuff. Whole thing's a hassle getting from New Orleans to there.
Well, be the same from Denver, and I couldn't handle that, I don't think.
Tom O'Brien.
All right.
Oh,
Hey, Tom, turn your microphone on, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
It says I'm,
You're on now. We got you.
You're on, yeah. How you doing, Tom?
how's everybody? I'm sorry I couldn't make the reunion.
Well, hello, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
TJ?
How do you organize these? You go around in a circle or?
Oh,
You know what? Since this is your first time on, usually the first time people tell us what club they worked in, what years, and what they did. So
Okay,
you're on, Tom.
well, thank you very much. I was a hapless folk singer. And the guy next to me in antitrust class said, you'd give up that 5-string and come on down to Gaslight Square, you could probably make some money. And I said, I don't know. Folk singers, we get $2 a night and a donut and an herbal tea. So next thing you know, I was looking for a bacon and day. I still have it. And I played, I guess, pretty much all the way through law school in St. Louis. And then in 1966, when I graduated from law school, they were paying law clerks $1 an hour and they weren't hiring lawyers at all because of Vietnam. And Joel said, well, why don't you go to Boston? And I was a full-time mustacher for a couple of years between Boston, New York, Summers Point, New Orleans, St. Louis. I think I even got to go to Denver once.
What years
Oh.
was that, Tom?
Pardon?
What years were you playing the mustache circuit?
Probably 66 to 70.
Huh?
I don't know when we closed.
I don't remember meeting you. I'm Barry Foulon.
Okay.
and
Yeah,
I
we
don't
met,
remember meeting you. So you.
I was
you-
called TJ in those days.
Yeah, TJ, we met in Carnegie.
Who was that?
Snake.
Oh,
Snake.
I see.
Yeah, I saw Carnegie also, but I don't remember meeting you, TJ. I'm Bill Blank. I worked at the New Orleans club, but I started in 71. So it'd have been a year after you finished playing.
Okay, I think my one time in New Orleans, which was wonderful, I got to play a Mardi Gras, and I went down with a bunch from Chicago. or no, St. Louis, so that would have probably been 66, or
Okay.
along in there. And
You were
then,
there with, you were there with Skip Derringer?
yes, of course,
Uh-huh.
a great trombone player. And then we had, who played trombone? Sonny Helmer
Right,
played trombone with a pitcher of beer on his head.
right.
It
What year
was,
did you go- what year were you down for Mardi Gras?
I'm gonna guess it was 65.
Wow.
Because
So
I
that
don't
was
think I
early.
went,
You did it early.
after I graduated from law school, my mustaching was not quite as exciting as New Orleans.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
got to live
TJ,
for-
good. It's good to see you.
Hi, Chris.
It's Chris in Chris Fenimore. I'm in Pittsburgh now. I was a New York guy when I knew you.
Okay. Well, it's nice to see all of you. And here comes Jim Burton.
And,
Yeah.
and we have Lenny on, Lenny Kazonin. Lenny, we don't have your picture.
Well, Tom, that's the outside of, that's Gaslight Square, I think, isn't it?
That's the, yeah, that's the club.
That's the
I
St.
started
Louis
with.
Club.
And that's,
So you're the only person that we've had on. I'm from St. Louis, but I was never down there. What was the St. Louis Club like?
it was wonderful. Gaslight Square was a magical thing in St. Louis. I think it was maybe open and roaring for maybe 3 years. Some wonderful people put a lot of money into it, and we could go from club to club and sit in each other's bands. There were folk music and jazz places around the corner. This is Boyle. The main drag was called Olive, which is where the cars are pointed towards. And there was a streetcar track right down the middle that ran to Washington U,
Mhm.
and obviously ran down Boyle as well. It was pretty neat. We just hopped on the hill from the fraternity house with a banjo in our hand, hop on the streetcar and get off at the Mustache. It was magical times for sure. It was wonderful.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know St. Louis had streetcars like New Orleans does, you know?
Hey, we have Lenny Kazone first time here. Lenny, can you hear us? Lenny?
Hey, Chris, Jim,
Hi, Jim.
How you doing?
Lenny can't hear
Hey,
us.
Jim.
What's up, baby?
What'd you say, Jim? It was good spending
that?
some FaceTime with you this week.
It was fun, huh?
Yeah.
Any better on the microphone?
Lenny,
Yes, you got me?
we have your voice.
Okay.
Click on your camera, the little camera at the bottom of the
Yeah,
screen.
I'm trying to get it, see, where are we here? Let's see, yeah.
Here's another picture of St. Louis, and there's Sonny Helmer playing.
Come on,
Oh, yeah.
camera,
Yeah.
where are we?
And where's the guy that played trombone with a pitcher on his head?
that's him.
Is
That
that the
was
guy?
Sonny.
Yep, that's Sonny.
Yeah, okay.
And then Sonny was also the guy who
Play with his toes?
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
I got that somewhere.
Say, Lenny, at the bottom left of your screen, there's a microphone and there's a camera. Click on the
Yes.
camera.
Yeah, let me see here,
Okay, now this is Sonny with, does he have a
Okay.
jug? Is he drinking or?
It looks like a,
He took the bell off of his trombone and played the jug.
Ah,
Yeah, I remember that.
oh,
Okay.
Sonny would do any gimmick he could to get just a little flair into it.
Mhm.
Still trying to get Lenny in.
Hey, Chris, you get any snow yet?
No, not yet. Matter of fact, we're headed to some sunny days here in the Pittsburgh area. So it's going to be up in the 70s for the next week.
Really? Whoa.
Yep.
Woo.
Same here.
Yeah.
Supposed to get beautiful this weekend. So I'm on the state line of very northern edge of Illinois, about 60 miles from Chicago and 40 miles from Milwaukee. So, and are all of you still playing? Because I play a couple times a month with a big band. And
I'm still playing. I still work on Bourbon Street like 2 or 3 nights a week.
fantastic.
Yeah, I still play some.
I play with a local banjo club called Pittsburgh Banjo Club, and I also play with a Dixieland group called Dixie Doc and the Pittsburgh Dixieland All Stars.
Of course, of course.
The
Does it
name is
all fit on a
longer than the
card?
first tune, right?
Well, I'm a hired gun. I'll play with anybody who calls.
Half banjo will travel.
But man, yeah, I'm doing a lot of guitar work now, so that's probably 70% of it.
Jim, did you play banjo Chicago style?
I'm sorry?
Did you play guitar tuning on the banjo?
Oh, no. I play a legitimate plectrum style guitar with a regular guitar tuning.
Are you implying that guitar tune is illegitimate?
Nope.
No, not at all.
That's how I play it.
One would more appropriately call it ukulele tuning, wouldn't they?
Barefoot uke.
Yeah.
Well, Gim Burton taught me there's a reason for the long neck tuning
Yeah.
with a low C. I've never forgotten that. And
Yeah, the 5-string guys tune that up to a D, so they get the G major triad all across the board. But I never got used to that.
no, it's you and I do it the right way.
The way Perry Bexel did it, the way Eddie Peabody did it, and that's good enough for me.
Here comes Roger. An iPhone 6.
iPhone 64.
Hey,
Hey,
Roger.
Roger,
Hey, Roger.
Howdy, Roger.
got your pictures, Roger. He's connecting to audio.
Yeah.
So Len, are you still there?
I'm here, but I'm having
Yeah, we can hear you, so that's
not
good.
having,
Can you see everybody, Len?
success getting us.
Okay.
I can find this camera here. Let's try this.
There's
Len's a trombone player out of the Boston area. And I had the opportunity of working with him. He came down to visit me on Bourbon Street one year. You remember that, Lenny?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Was
and
it- that was-
I think I remember you were at Carnegie also, were you?
Yeah,
Beg
it
your
was.
pardon?
You were at Carnegie, Len?
Yes, yes.
That's right.
That was when I fell down the stairs with my bags and sprained my ankle. I was.
I
shot
remember
through,
that.
barely-
I remember
I
that.
did- It was, couldn't believe it. I wasn't even drinking in those days. It just, geez, I fell down the stairs.
One night, John Murata booked Lenny at a job in Jackson, Mississippi. They played
yeah.
the job and drove down to New Orleans and caught our last set at the club. And you came up and played the last set on Bourbon Street. You remember that? That's years ago.
Yes. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was down. Well, I played the Mississippi State Fair twice. First time I think it was 1972, I think, with Les Muscat and Les Muscat. I remember as a banjo player, and
Right.
he was a nice guy. And with Mike Gentry the second time. So.
I have a couple pictures that John Rogers sent me from Boston. This was, he said before their St. Patrick's Day parade in South Boston.
Ooh.
Your father's mustache, John Rogers. He was at the
Yeah,
Right.
that's outside the club on Warrenton Street, it looks like.
Yeah,
Yep. I remember it well.
yeah. He may or may not try to get in today. He and his wife sent some, about 10 pictures to me from the Boston and the Cape Cod Club.
Cool.
Not Cape, yeah, Cape Cod, I guess, yeah.
That's right.
Okay. I don't know any of the people on the thing though. I don't, if he comes on, maybe he can tell us. Yeah,
Hey, Roger, can you hear us? We can't hear you. Why don't you try to start again? Because I got all your pictures you sent. This is the first time, when you can't hear Roger.
Well, that might be a blessing.
What I was thinking.
Roger, you can't
I can tell he can hear us.
I think so. I think so.
yeah. Here's a couple of band members from the Boston Club, I believe.
No, it's Paul French and Timmy Greeley.
Oh, that's Tim Greeley.
Timmy
Ah,
Greeley,
wait.
yeah. That's in Boston.
I must have tried 100 times to find him for the Carnegie event, but I just never did.
I got a phone number for him a couple of years ago and called it, and I think his daughter-in-law or somebody was there and talking about being caregiver for him, so I don't know exactly what was going on with him, but I called him for that reunion we were gonna try to do before COVID kicked our butts.
Hmm.
Yeah. They get their red, white, and blue piano. There we go. All right.
That club was a lot of fun, but boy, was it a fire trap. My God. Whew.
Yeah, it looked like the ceiling was pretty low.
The ceiling was low and it was underground and there was only one way in and out of it.
Yeah.
And well, which made it nice and private after hours.
So
You
if
could
you
party-
played It's a
party
Hot
with-
Time in the old town tonight, you worried about it?
Well, if it ever had we had had a fire, it would be a devastation. It would be awful.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Well, Roger just sent this picture. That's Joel marrying his wife.
that would have been his first.
Alan,
wife.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
February
was quite a wedding.
1969.
That was quite a wedding for those of us who remember it. But
Alan.
And they had a daughter they named Alex, ALLYX.
Yep. I think they both live in Florida now, I think. But, Alex was cool. She was very tall and very pretty. And
Yes,
she was always seen around the jazz festival we used to have. Always seen that. That was fun.
remember those shirts, Kim, that she had made up that said, please tell Joel to keep his pants on, those T-shirts?
Yeah. She also had one. She also the jazz festival was held at a resort in Moodus, Connecticut, and she had another sweatshirt, I think it was, that had on the front of it had "I'm in the Moodus."
Yeah, Sunrise Resort.
Hey, Len, we see you now, but it looks like your mic is turned off.
Glenn, you caught that? We can see you now, but your mic is off now.
You're muted. Unmute yourself. Find the little red icon and hit it.
There it
There
is.
you go.
There you go.
Hi,
Hey,
Len.
Len,
Oops.
Good afternoon.
well, you look like you're flying an airplane.
Yeah, we were hearing you before. Oh, you might turn the volume up. I don't know if you have a volume switch. I mean, volume thing.
And
You know,
Roger's,
we never have this much problems with connection. I wonder what it is, why we're having so much problem today.
Well, some new people, it took us a while, if you remember, to figure all this stuff out.
Shit, I can't remember yesterday, Billy.
So you don't have that $100 you owe me?
Oh, look,
and now we got two Rogers.
Uh-oh.
Roger, shit, ain't one enough?
Yeah.
Hey, can you hear me now?
We
Yeah.
hear you.
Can't see ya.
Can you see me now?
No.
No,
Where the hell am? Oh, wait. Let me
Oh,
go
wait.
outside. See if I can find
Let me go
myself.
outside. Okay.
Oh, there
All
you
right.
There you go,
There you go.
Roger.
Now we see you.
I just got back from New Haven and my plane just landed, you know? Was having so much fun, I didn't want to leave.
Roger, it was good hanging out with you up there, man. That was,
Oh, I'm so glad I made it up there and visiting with everybody. It was just wonderful. Brought back a lot of great memories and happy times and all the crazy shit we did. Got away with it.
Yeah.
those of you that weren't there, you missed Roger doing his ace in the hole and ain't misbehaving.
Oh, they misbehaved.
Oh, yeah. Look, it was unbelievable.
It wasn't even real.
That's right. Yeah, well, I don't have that ready for today, but maybe by next week we'll have ace in the hole.
Oh, is that a warning?
The warning, yeah.
That's right.
I like that approach.
We'll have to rate it PG-13.
Hey, Roger, did you get that information on the jazz festival coming up in Chandler in 3 weeks?
I
I sent it
haven't-
to you again a couple of weeks ago. Did you get it?
haven't, I might not have read it yet. I read one thing where you said Bill Clark was playing at some event.
There what?
Bill Clark was at some event.
Well, he's
and-
going to be at that
Yeah,
festival in Chandler, Arizona, coming up. I think it's the first or second weekend of November. He'll be there with Queen City Jazz Band.
Oh, is that the one you're asking me about?
Yeah, that's the one
Did
I
you
told
send
you
that
about
to-
it.
I had it, but I was getting, I wanted to text you about it, but I got lost somewhere in it. Send that to me again, because I want to, it's not far from where I live.
Well, I sent it to you probably 6 weeks ago, and then I sent it to you again a week or two ago, but
Okay,
I can send it to you again to make sure.
I'm trying to clean my damn emails out. And unfortunately, sometimes I delete things I want to keep. I get tired of looking.
Yeah,
I got so
yeah.
damn many of them. I just hit delete and said, hit them all, get them out of here.
Give us more excuses for your dementia there, Roger.
Yay, cut that out.
Hey,
But I did
Roger,
go, Mike, I did go to that music, I mean, the,
Oh, yeah, the Musical Instrument Museum.
oh my God, that's amazing.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
I know, I mean, I have to go back. I was there for over 2 hours. And I just, I couldn't bring it all in.
Yeah. I was there
the
for
only
4
thing-
hours one day. You could, to really see that place, you'd need to spend probably 4 hours a day for 3 or 4 days there, and they do a lot
Oh,
of
yeah,
concerts and things.
And I took a break and went outside. It was nice out on
Yeah,
the beautiful patio they had and had a little sandwich and relaxed. But at first I couldn't figure out what was going on. I saw people with all these headsets. What did they work those headsets for? Well, you put the headsets on, then you stand in front of the screen and the screen comes up and tells you what you're looking at. I thought that's pretty
It's
awesome.
it's an absolutely amazing place. I couldn't believe how well done that place is and how big it is.
Yeah, I asked them about some things and they said they rotate things around because they have so many things they want to share about instruments from around the
Yeah.
world. So I asked them, I says, you have a thing about Beale Street in here in the music, but you don't have anything about the French Quarter in New Orleans in the music. She said, I know, we've been asked about that. She said, what happens every 6 months, whatever, they change it around and take some out and bring some in. So
Would Joan be interested in just seeing the opening medley that the band played on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I just get this thing on here. Make it big.
Welcome to our 60th reunion. held at a bar called The Bar in New Haven, Connecticut. Ain't it great? We're still alive.
too.
Okay.
Wow.
That was great.
Who was the
You did a
trombone
terrific
player?
job, Bill.
Yeah, great job, Bill.
Yeah,
Who's
well,
the
there's a lot
trombone
more.
player?
I think we have about 4 hours of the band playing all together. So between the 3 days, you know, there's a lot of plucking going on out there.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
bet.
The trombone player was a guy from the Galvanized Jazz Band.
Oh, okay.
He never played mustache music before.
You did great.
He said, "Tell me where to
Okay, good.
go," and he did a good job.
Oh, yeah.
Thank goodness he showed up.
Yeah, back at the hotel, Danny was the only brass we had, and so he was playing the trombone and the tuba on the tuba.
Right.
You know those signs you hold up, sing along and everything?
Mhm.
That Barry was holding up? Those were made out of wood in the beginning, when we first started using them. They
Yeah.
were very, very heavy.
Well, who brought him this time?
Mike,
Oh, okay.
those are the signs we used when we were doing the mustache show on the riverboats.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it was nice when they were metal because they made noise when you'd shake them at the
Yeah,
beat, you know,
exactly.
sing along and all that. Yeah,
And much lighter than wood ones.
No kidding. That's like the walls in the movable walls in the New Orleans Club. They were made out of wood in the beginning. And we had to move them around. It was a pain in the ass. Then we lightened them up and put them on rollers and everything. Made it a little bit easier.
yeah.
So
Well,
Roger, we have 2 new guys on Zoom. Lenny Kazonen from the Boston area and TJ O'Brien from the St. Louis area. I don't know if
TJ.
y'all know each other.
What did TJ play?
Banjo.
Banjo. TJ O'Brien. Just the name rings a bell, but I can't picture him.
I met you in New Orleans, Roger,
Oh, okay, there you are.
when one of those glorious Mardi Gras.
Mardi
I-
Gras.
Roger, he has a great story about getting out of law school and nobody was hiring. So Joe sent him around to the clubs.
When my dad heard you could make $5 an hour as a banjo player, he said, "Oh, we'll just go get you one of those banjos." I think he was thinking, $50. And of course, I said, it's not going to work like that, Dad. But
Really?
my dad figured it out. And somebody asked me what my banjo's worth. I said, about 40 grand. It put me through law school. I was thinking about bringing it down this morning and I forgot. I can't believe it.
Wow.
Well,
Next
we'll
time-
figure it-
And Lenny, are you still playing trombone?
No, I haven't played for, it's probably been, it's been at least 4 years, probably longer than that, It's rather quiet. I just had other priorities that came in, and again, it's there's a lot of new players around, new blooded players out with the schools up here.
And
I did-
you played in Boston, isn't that right?
Yes, I played in Boston.
What
and,
years was that? What years you played
uh,
Boston?
I started in the fall of 1967 with I think back then Ruthie was singing there, and Milton Trout was managing it. Addie and Joan were there, and gosh, who else was there back then? It
Was Daly still working there?
Yes,
Daly?
yes, he was there. Hal Emerson was still there. He was running. Both those guys were in there running the place. I believe.
Yeah.
Hey, Ira.
I think.
Hey guys, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a week.
After
Hey, Ira.
after Milton left.
Hey, everybody.
Hey. Was Brian Wallace still hanging around Boston then?
Yes, yes, he was actually running the Mad Russian across the street, and he's come in and have drinks every night, and
I'm sure he did.
come and check it out. He was
He was quite the character.
yes, he was. Yeah.
Brian was a real piece of work. Yeah, he really was.
Unlike everybody else who worked for your
Yeah, why
father.
can't everybody be normal like we are?
Yeah, right.
He was,
There was
he
a
was,
bullet
he
hole in
was,
the door. Someone was after him there one night. Someone took a shot at him and he came in there. And I believe
Wow.
so it was,
Yeah, he was out there.
Yeah.
but, so
Yeah.
he was down.
Yeah.
Is Hal Emerson still working there, or was he hanging out then?
Yeah, Hal was there. Hal was there with Eddie. Hal and Eddie were pretty tight in those
Yeah.
days. And that was unfortunate about Hal.
Christine.
Haven't,
Wow.
I haven't seen Eddie Daly and nothing of him since
Oh, yeah, yeah.
either. I don't know.
They were good friends.
Yeah. Yeah, gosh, a lot
Hey,
of those
Chris,
guys
remember we were
bartenders.
talking at the reunion about, I knew of another banjo club in Jersey.
Yeah.
It was called Hambone Kelly's. Do you
Yeah.
remember that?
No.
Oh, no, I think Bill Higby
Hambone,
worked there.
Hambone Kelly was run by,
Oh, Christine is coming on.
Christine, click on your camera.
Yeah, on the bottom left where it'll say video. And bring your trombone this time.
So Ari, you made it back all right, huh?
I came back, I was home in
There she is.
I was home in 2.5 hours.
Hi,
Wow.
Christine.
Hey, Christine, how are you? We missed you at the reunion. Put your microphone on. Unmute yourself.
Doesn't look muted.
There she is.
She can curse us out and we won't know what she's saying.
I like it when I can hear
There
him.
we go.
Not connected. Okay.
Is she
Well, at
on?
least you can hear us. So.
Christine, can you hear us?
No.
We can see you, Christine. We just can't hear you.
I can't see her.
I'm going to tell a Christine story.
You don't see her
while we're
again?
waiting.
I do now.
Oh,
Somebody told me they were going to bring in a lady trombone player from the University of Wisconsin. And I was really going to be impressed. And I thought, I tried to figure out the weight limit. I mean, these girls get big up here in Wisconsin. In walks this absolutely smashing, gorgeous redhead who played her socks off. And I can remember thinking to myself, you just can't always be prepared for what's going to happen next at the mustache. I mean, this guy would come in for weeks saying, you've got to let my wife play, our girlfriend or whatever she was to whoever then. And I won't say I dreaded it, but it's kind of like when we've all been there where someone comes up to the bandstand and says, my kid can really play. You've got to let him sit in on whatever, trombone, trumpet, banjo. And you just think, well, this is going to be really great or really awful. And Christine was magnificent, the star of our Chicago club for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just saw a message from Christine. She said
Yeah,
she was
me too.
having trouble getting,
I just asked if she can hear us.
oh, okay. Don't seem to,
Oh,
And everyone don't seem to have sound.
yeah.
yeah, maybe she didn't join with audio. Could that be it? I wouldn't know how to do it now.
Yeah. You could,
So she
But,
can't hear us either. Christine, if you could hear us, give us the thumbs up. No, she can't hear us.
oh,
Oh, well, then you missed a story about yourself.
She said can't hear us.
okay.
Can you text her? Send her a
Yeah,
note?
yeah, I sent her a message.
Maybe you should just log off and come back in.
Yeah, tell her to just
I'm
come
gonna
on.
tell her to
her
log
phone.
off
Tell her to log off and come on her phone.
and try again.
Yeah.
lost everything. Well,
Where'd everybody go?
no, we're here.
What the hell?
What the hell is that?
I
Who's
don't
doing
know.
this?
Oh,
Oh,
sh-
no.
Oh, shit, what's
oh,
that?
that's
We're gonna-
somebody's
that?
screen they're sharing. That's
Yeah,
Len.
it said Len
That's
Sharon.
Len's screen.
Stop the share. We didn't want that.
There we go.
Okay.
Len, that was your tax return. I
All
wonder.
I see.
Really?
Ah.
The IRS
see
checking you.
all I see
Christine,
is
can you hear
myself
us?
It's only being recorded and
here. It's
broadcast
a
to
boring
China. We're okay.
subject there. All I see is myself here, right? Blasted in the.
FBI's watching this.
No, it
All
looks.
right. Well, I got a little something short since Ira's here.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Cheer and applaud. Here we go.
Cheer and applaud. Yay!
Well, there's the first.
Hey, where's Mike tonight?
Terrible coincidence.
Oh, there's a better one, Mike.
Now, we're used to that.
A hell of a coincidence. We guys knew each other since kindergarten.
Now that you mention it, tell the story how we met.
I was on his porch and I saw the mailbox, so I took the mail out of the mailbox because I liked mail.
I caught him stealing the mail.
No, your grandmother.
My
caught it.
grandmother caught you stealing the mail,
Right.
and I said, I got to be friends with this guy. he knows things. And we were friends ever since.
That's a true story.
That is, it's the
And
truth.
68 years later,
And there begins the career of Bonnie and Clyde of the Iris. Bonnie and Clyde, yes.
And then the two Irish co-managed the New York club.
Into extinction.
Yeah, into extinction. With Barry. I was around there. I couldn't figure it out. Big Ira and little Ira and all that. I was trying to figure it out. I'm still trying to figure it out.
We're still trying to figure it out.
So are we. Don't worry. Yeah. So are we.
How did the mustache change your life?
You've got to be
Kidding.
in the words of Russell Adams.
Yeah. Yep.
My guy, once a washboard player, the tag stays with you for life, even if you don't touch the washboard. You walk down the street, you hear people whispering, washboard player, and that's it.
That's what Joe used to say when he saw a bum on the street. He said, "There's a washboard
The
player."
old washboard player used to play in the Boston Club.
All right. Anything you want to tell Joel on his final performance?
Just thank you for Jesus Christ, how many years. It's an amazing journey. I
How
don't
many
know.
years? Yeah, probably 52 years.
Over 50 years. What other group of people bond like that in 52 years come back to see each other? I can't believe we want to see each other.
Can't believe we're all still here.
Yeah, well, we're not all, but a lot of us. But we want to see each other, and we're here. And it's all Daddy Joel. Somehow he put together this miraculous crew of ne'er-do-wells.
And if the clubs didn't close, we'd probably still be there.
Yes,
I'm sure.
Yeah, I think
we'd be a
so.
bunch of 75-year-olds banging hats
Hanging hats and trying to lift the keg up.
and trying to climb up onto the bar to do a bar song, only to keep falling down. That would be our lives.
oh, those were the days. Oh, did we
That
lose
was good.
Christine? There's Russell
It's
Adams.
Russell.
Bob Adams used to call him, Joe Terry used to call him Bo Adams. We had Bo Adams and Bob Adams. Where was that picture taken?
I don't know, but I just have it.
It's not in any of the clubs, I don't think.
I think that's the kitchen on Cape Cod, I think.
Well, it's not the kitchen New York because it's clean.
No.
Wow. Did we lose Christine? Yeah, she
Yeah.
checked out.
Unless it's iPhone 64.
Yeah, maybe she's trying with the phone.
Hmm.
That's
We
the
don't know
quietest I ever
before
saw
either.
her.
Yeah.
So everybody made it back with their connections on time?
Yeah.
Sounded like everybody had a good time, so that's good.
Yeah, we had a
That was
blast.
great.
It was.
You're-
We're gonna start talking about our next reunion now.
Actually, Joel was talking about a cruise reunion.
A cruise reunion?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
He says, we were chatting. He just said, maybe we could do another one on a cruise.
I think we should do one in New Orleans.
That's my thought.
Yes.
The only problem with that, Joel probably can't come.
Well, he said he wanted to go
I'll
on
pick
the
him up
cruise.
and drive him down.
Okay, you volunteering?
I volunteer.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
You
can
have
get
to-
Marty to do it.
You have to take Miss Emily too, though. She's
Oh.
wonderful.
304, is that Christine? I don't know where 304 area code is. Oh, that's another person.
Hello.
Hey, Christine,
Hello.
are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yes.
We hear you.
yeah, we hear you perfectly.
But I want to see you.
Well, you need to, we
got
got your voice at least. You got to listen to the
Okay,
story
wait a
that
minute.
Tom O'Brien told about you.
You know what? I have a new phone and I've never used it for Zoom, and I just figured that out. I was on the laptop earlier, but I don't know what to push here. There's a little circle that looks like it's supposed to be me. Do I press that?
There should be a little icon that looks like a camera.
With a red line through it, right?
Yeah.
And you have to click that, and that should show you.
Says, let's see.
Does it work like that
There's
on
a
the phone,
green
Tom?
dot. There's a green dot with a phone in the middle. Then there's a little icon that looks like a person made out of a dot and a blob.
I know nothing about an
Oh
iPhone.
my goodness. And this is very poor volume. Let me see.
We can hear you great.
We hear
Yeah,
you
it's
perfectly.
been
Christine, we hear you perfectly.
Okay, it says my microphone is muted. Okay,
No, your
Let's
microphone's
see.
on.
okay, I have
Wait, it says
to hear
connected to
others.
audio.
Please join audio. So I guess I have to dial in, or the other choice is Wi-Fi or cellular data.
That's what you want.
Hit cellular
Okay.
data.
Now,
Oh, I see. You tap to
Somebody
speak.
just, iPhone 64 just muted on and off.
It says my microphone is unmuted, but my video has stopped. So,
That's
Do you
for
see a
Don't know what
camera
to
with a
do.
line through it?
hold on.
Does the iPhone have that, Tom?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know
an
either.
iPhone,
Yeah,
but
Chris?
I'm so frustrated because I wanted to see you guys. This is just.
can you,
And on your laptop, you didn't see us?
No, I'm going to hang up and try back on my laptop because this is real confusing on my
Okay.
phone.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Christine.
Keep
So this
trying.
iPhone 64 is somebody, oh, that was her. So who's the 304 with the telephone on?
Yeah, I'm 304.
okay. Yeah, there was another, okay.
Okay, but now I can still hear you and I can't get off.
That's what my girlfriend said before the bed broke.
Yeah, I would
Oh,
rephrase
yeah,
that way,
yeah.
Christine.
Okay, I'm
I
going
would
to shut my
rephrase
phone
that.
off and then I'll go back on my laptop. Thank
Yeah,
you.
try it. Sign out from here.
Sorry to mess you guys up.
You
Yeah,
know,
it's all right.
messing
Not
us
at
up.
all.
Keep
No,
trying.
we're waiting.
We're happy to have you.
Ah! Okay, I'm going back to join the meeting.
Yeah.
I'll stay
Christine,
on the
can-
phone and try this one more time.
Christine, can you see us?
I was able to see you a minute ago, yes.
Okay.
On your phone?
Okay, 9245 join.
Right.
Okay, passcode, I can do that.
Code is 089352.
Okay.
Oh, you're
Now I've
connecting
got
to
these
audio.
three choices again. Wi-Fi or cellular data, dial in or no audio.
I would say
So-
Wi-Fi, no, Chris?
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Okay, now I can see each of you individually as the camera captures you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But the volume's just crazy low and I can't get it to come any louder.
Her
We can hear
camera's
you
not
fine,
on,
but
is
we
it,
can't see
Chris?
you.
No.
Her camera's not on.
I can hardly hear you. Wait, let me see what happens if I put I've got headphones. Let me put those on. Let me see what happens. Let me see if I can hear somebody now better.
Can,
Can you hear me?
Gary,
this
move
is-
on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
No, this is great. Now the volume is great. The volume is
so
great.
Christine, tap your screen
Yeah.
and on the bottom, on the left says mute. Right next to that, it says
Oh,
stop video.
Okay.
Click
Wait.
that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Hit the video
got it.
thing. Hit the.
Okay.
There you go.
There you are.
You're
Brett,
on
can you
there.
hear us still? You can still hear us, right?
Thank
Hi,
you.
Christine.
Oh,
Hi, Christine.
were you? Hi, everybody. I was so sorry I couldn't make it to New Haven. I was just things came up and family stuff and I had to do where obligation rules. But I wanted to get out there so badly. I'm sorry. It looked like a grand time.
We missed you.
We're gonna have
Thank you.
another
I
one in
miss
New
you.
Orleans. We'll do another one
Oh,
in New
you are?
Orleans.
Oh,
Well-
that would be awesome because I've been trying to hook up with Banu, and it must have been a year and a half ago. I'm a long hauler, as they call it. I was hospitalized with COVID a year and a half ago for 5 months.
Oh,
So-
shit, really?
Yeah. I'm totally whole again. I walk, I do exercise. I've got my chops back, as a matter of fact.
Oh, wow.
But the last time I saw Banu was just briefly, right before I got sick. So the only other person I've seen in recent memory at all is 2 months ago. My daughter and I took a trip to Chicago together to talk to her dad, and I got connected with Bob Balkins, and we met at a bar on the north side of Chicago. And we talked for like 3.5 hours nonstop. So that's the only person I've seen lately at all.
I don't know that person. I don't know who it is. Probably a musician.
Oh, Robert.
Yeah, I know Bob.
Yeah. The tuba
a tuba.
player that used to play in the Chicago Symphony and the Chicago Brass Quintet. Fabulous. And he would come and join us on the road show periodically when we needed a tuba player, and our tuba position was always kind of random. So
I
that's
met
who.
him in the Chicago Club.
Yeah, he's a fabulous musician. I couldn't believe it when he told me that he'd actually sold his horns. And I said, "Are you kidding me?" I mean, he was such a fabulous player. I don't know why. I don't, what it was that would inspire that, but I guess
And
he's
a
not
good guy,
gigging
too.
anymore.
A good guy,
Really
too.
good guy. Yeah. And he has a booking company. He books acts around the Chicago area.
Well, Christine, we've been
So-
coming on Zoom every Friday showing old photos. I would think that
Yeah.
you're in more photos than anybody.
Really? Yeah.
I got to see the beautiful display that was used at the reunion, so that was really fun for me too. Yeah.
There she is.
I was sorry to hear that character in that picture was no longer with us, because I moved here. I've lived all over the world, but I moved here back to my home state. I'm in Wisconsin, and I knew exactly where Jeffrey Olswang lived because my sister had a mother-in-law who lived in the same building, and I kept saying, "Oh, I'm going to go see Jeffrey," and then I learned that he had passed. And same thing with Sam Palafian. I told
Right.
Balkins, I said, "I've got to get down to Florida to see Sam." And then to hear that he had passed also, it's pretty sad
Yeah.
to be our age,
And when you came
Well,
on
you look-
Zoom last time, Christine, you talked with Murata and he passed soon after that.
Oh,
He
did
passed
you?
right after
Okay, I
Jackie.
didn't- Yeah, that must have been true because I remember he was just now recovering from the shock when we talked.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, here's a question
So,
for you, Christine. Where is
Yeah.
Bob Munsey?
I have no clue.
Nobody does.
I have no. Wow. can you look him up on the internet?
I tried,
I'm,
couldn't find
yeah, wow. Robert Muncy.
him. Wow.
But
Yeah, he
I see
was-
Banu all the time. She's down here in New Orleans. And
Okay, yeah, I'm longing to see her in person. It'll be really fun when it happens.
she's still
Yeah.
working a lot too, Christine.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, there you and Banu right there.
Yep, yep. Oh my gosh.
She
Some
must
of
be
the
working a
stories
lot,
that we-
Barry, right?
She works when she wants to, and that's a lot, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's good to see you guys now. How many people are there right now? My phone is not showing you except one person at a time.
13, I think.
13.
13.
It's a good turnout.
Okay. Okay, that's great. Oh my gosh. So where is everybody from right now these days? Ira, aren't you in Florida?
I'm in Florida, on the West Coast.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, did you survive?
Yeah, we were fine. I didn't even lose power. Everybody
Oh,
around me
my.
did. I mean, there's a
Oh,
lot of towns
wow.
here that are no more, but we're fine.
Right?
We're good.
My original in-laws used to live on Sanibel. They're both in heaven
Oh,
now.
Lord.
There's no more
know.
Sanibel.
No.
I know.
gone.
I saw that, but they've started to restore that ramp thing that connects to the island. And
Yeah, the
somebody
bridge was
said-
the only way in or out.
I think
Yeah.
that's been rebuilt to some degree, hasn't it? I saw
Yes,
something
it's
on-
Yeah,
open.
I think
Yeah, I
so.
think they put a temporary up there.
Yeah,
Christine,
Wow.
this is Barry. Do you remember we
Hi,
played?
Barry.
Hey, you remember we played a job up in Connecticut, a nuns convention?
A nuns
A
convention.
A nuns convention, and we're up on the bandstand, and we were playing the beer barrel polka, and all these nuns were arm in arm doing the can. You know,
Really, Barry? That happened?
that happened.
I
That
have-
happened.
I
Joe
have
Terra
no
would have had a field
memory.
day with
I
that.
remember Christine getting on a microphone and talking about something about humility. And all the nuns
Oh,
started laughing.
no. Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
It'll be
With a
nuns
dress-
with dirty
Is
habits.
that Hoyt Corey
Right.
on the left?
Yes. Yeah. And Danny, what's his last name? Playing
Howard?
tuba.
Yeah, what do you?
Is it Howard?
Howard. Yeah. Danny Howard. Yep. Yep.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, we could hardly bend over in those dresses. Isn't that something? I'm sure the nuns got an eyeful.
They might not be nuns anymore.
Wow, wow. Oh, that's funny. Well,
So we got to
did
work our
anybody-
next reunion when Christine can come to New Orleans.
yeah, did any horn players show up?
No,
At-
Not
at
one.
New
No,
Haven?
but we had a
Oh,
trombonist.
no.
We had a trombonist with the galvanized jazz band that came in, and he did a wonderful job playing mustache music.
And it made a big difference with that trombone.
Yeah.
Do
It
you
did.
remember who that was? Do you know his name?
Tommy Boats.
I don't know if you,
His name was Tommy
I lived
Boats.
in- oh, okay, I don't know him. Okay, was Fred there?
Fred
Big
was there.
Rito?
Yep.
Is he the
Okay,
trumpet
I
player?
lived in- Yeah,
The cornet player? Yeah,
yeah.
he was there.
I lived in Branford, the shore town just beyond New Haven,
Sure.
for the entire duration of my daughter's schooling. But I haven't been back. But that was another reason I wanted to come out there, because I have a lot of old neighbors back there. So that's a familiar stomping ground. Anyway, in between all of the stuff that we've just seen on the picture and this present moment, I spent 30 years with Mr. Wonderful, somebody you never would have met. But I'll just tell you a funny story. I was playing a gig down in Atlantic City with Scott Black. Do you know that name?
Yes, I know
Cornet
Scott.
player.
Johnny Black, I remember the name.
Very well.
Right. He lives in Taiwan, I think.
He lived
he
in
was a
China for
character.
a long. He lived in China for a long time. Moved back to Connecticut.
Oh, maybe
but
maybe I'm thinking of China. I get some friends and where they live mixed up. But
Sure.
anyway, the guy that I ended up married to came in with his buddies from Western Pennsylvania. They were coal miners, and they sat down in a booth at this club where Scott and I were playing, and the stage was up above the bar, like a big horseshoe shaped bar. And I only learned this after the fact, but when this guy, Timothy, sat down with his buddies, he looked up at the stage and he said, "I'm going to marry that woman." And they all like fell out of the booth or whatever, like making fun of him. And a year later, we were married.
Wow.
So I spent 30 years with him, and then he went on to heaven. But
Wow.
the interesting part of that was I had just sent my daughter off to Columbia when she graduated from Branford High School. And Timothy brought 4 children to the equation. So I did another round of parenting with children
Oh,
that
man.
were 4, 6, 8, and 9 when they came into my life. Yeah.
And your
They're
daughter was
all-
in college.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
and the 2 families never really blended. I kind of had to make the maneuvers, you know. But she's still the person I count on when I'm feeling like I'm too old to do whatever, you know. But I've made 2 cross-country trips in this past year. So in spite of the COVID, I've been blessed to be healed, you know.
Well, we're blessed to have you on this call because we missed you.
Thank you.
We
Thank
Glad
did.
to finally get to
Thank
see
you.
you. Everybody's talked about you all these.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
Now you know
glad
how
to
to do it,
see
so
you
come
all.
back.
Barry always
I-
says the last time you were on, what, a year ago, you looked exactly the same as you did when he met you. Right, Barry?
Oh my God, it can't. That's not true. I mean,
No,
I
it is
lost
true.
a lot.
It is
I
true.
was practically bald right after COVID. I almost lost all my hair, and so until it all grows back, I usually wear something on my head like I'm doing right now.
Mhm.
It's not a big deal.
Anyway,
That's a
yeah,
good tip.
not a big
That's a
deal.
good tip, Christine. I'm going to try that.
We got a few bald heads here.
Well, okay, now tell me everybody's name that I'm just looking at, because I'm not seeing your pictures except when you speak.
Okay.
Really?
I'll go.
Oh,
I'm
because
gonna
you got to change the view mode. That's why.
Well, she on a
How
phone,
do I do that?
on the iPhone,
how
it'd be
do I
so
do this?
small though, you wouldn't be able to see it. Yeah.
Oh, when I tap it, there's a thing down below says participants. Can I do that?
That'll
It'll
give
just,
you.
that just gives you a
Let's
list
just
of
give you a
them.
I
list.
think they just give you a list.
You
Yeah.
you just need to swipe, Christine. You just swipe across and you'll get a different view.
On the
Okay.
iPhone, it works like that too, Chris?
She just,
Yeah.
like, there we go.
Oh, there you are. I gotcha. I got
You see
all of
4,
you.
8, 12,
Okay.
13 of us.
Yeah.
Oh, I only see 7 at the moment.
Well, you can
Okay,
swipe
I
up and
see.
down. You can swipe up and down now.
Yeah, up and down or
Oh,
left and
okay,
right. I don't know
okay.
how the iPhone works.
Okay. I always do this on my laptop, so this is all new to me.
Well, if you're
Okay.
missing
Oh,
Barry and
you're
Roger, that's fine.
I see Gim. Gim, were you leading the show up in New Haven?
Yep, that was good fun. That was good fun.
Oh my gosh. And you've still got your chops, I bet. Wow.
We keep trying.
Okay. Okay. Oh wow.
When
Okay,
I
and
see,
Roger. Okay.
when I
I see
see you,
Roger,
when
you
I see, when I see you, I think of the little trio we had with Bob Stewart. Remember that?
No.
Fair enough.
Okay. And
Christine,
you know,
I
one of the
remember
things
you.
about. Now let's see who's talking here.
I'm talking, Chris.
Wait a
Say
minute.
hi to Roger.
Hey, it's great to hear your voice.
Oh, Roger. Oh,
Yes.
Roger, weren't you New Orleans
Well,
He
I,
was
at
all
one
over.
time?
I left New Orleans and I went to Sarasota, Florida. And then from
Okay.
Sarasota, Florida,
Okay.
I moved to Seattle. And then from Seattle, I moved down to the desert.
Oh, man. Wow.
So I've
Sounds
moved around a
like
little bit.
me. Yeah.
You
You were
Yeah,
in
I've
Brussels
lived
too, right,
so-
Roger?
Huh?
You were in Brussels too, right?
No, I was in Blackpool, England.
Oh, you didn't go to Brussels?
No, I was in Blackpool, England.
Just
And,
Mike Johnson, I guess, went there.
then
I was,
I
in, I was
actually,
in Brussels as well. I was there for
I did too.
about a year.
yeah. I was
Wow.
up in Vancouver for a while, Canada.
Oh, wow.
I was a
Oh,
landed
wow.
immigrant. Landed,
Christine, remember we played Bouchard Gardens up in,
Oh,
Vancouver?
yeah. Oh, man, that led
That's
to,
beautiful.
Adams and I went back by invitation to a club in Victoria, BC. That's where Bouchard Gardens was.
right.
And we spent a year there, and my daughter, we had to kind of sneak her in to go to a private school, private British school. And we spent a year playing for a band that it was a one-hit wonder. The band had made the hit Winchester Cathedral, and their home club was in Victoria. They went on world tour based on Winchester Cathedral, and we went in and became a banjo band on their stage in that club. And so we spent a year there.
I
So that's
remember
a
those
beautiful
people
spot.
those people from Bouchard Gardens treated us like kings and queens.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
I remember that
Interesting
song,
thing-
Winchester Cathedral.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah. Yeah. It had to be like around 1971 or thereabouts.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
living up in
72,
Vancouver.
summer of
then.
72.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Canada's a fun place. I enjoyed it.
It is.
Yeah, I lived there for about a year
Wow.
and a half, maybe 2 years. I worked
That was
for-
all that was there, Roger, 2 years?
Yeah, well, the club, I went up to open the club up, then I went back to New York. And then I told Joe I couldn't continue this. I lived in New York for 4 years and I was never there for more than a month. Because I was always out traveling around to the clubs. So I left and went to work for this franchise called Your Father's Mustache up in Canada. And they sent me up there and moved me, and I thought it was a great deal. But then they didn't pay their taxes. So we had to close the club down. But I loved
Tom,
Vancouver.
I was just going to say, Tom, I'm so impressed with all the work that you did to put this together. I know what it is to be like in charge of a Zoom deal, and
It's fun.
obviously today I did. It's great. It's just, I salute you for that. I know there's a lot of work in the background to pull it together.
Oh, it's fun. Billy
The
put
last-
together the montage that you saw. That
The
was so
last
fun.
night there,
Yeah.
we did a Zoom call and Banu was on it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched that. I did. I saw the footage of that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was fun. Yeah. So, well, I'm going to have to jump off because all the time I spent trying to get on, I'm now looking at where I'm supposed to be. I've got to run out, jump in my car and try and get somewhere in 17 minutes. That's probably
Okay, we'll come
20
back.
minutes away.
Yeah.
I will. Every Friday, right?
Every
Right.
Friday.
Well, you'll get an email. He'll send you an
You get an
email.
email
Oh.
on Wednesday.
Yeah. I'll have a
Okay.
lot more video
Bless
from
you
the
guys.
reunion too.
Take care,
Good seeing
Christine.
you,
Okay.
Christine.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank
bye-bye.
you,
Okay.
guys.
Thank you
You're
for being here,
darling.
Christine.
Okay.
Bonsoir. Nice to meet you,
Bye-bye.
Christine.
Thank you.
We're probably, most of us are gonna sign off now too.
Yeah, because I got to go too.
And
Yeah.
TJ and Lenny,
Chris has
TJ
to
and
start
Lenny, come
cooking.
back and see us.
Yeah, everybody.
Hey,
I'll
Chris,
have
am
a
I
lot more.
right?
I'll have a lot more clips from the reunion next week.
Okay. Thanks,
Good to
Bill.
see you, Lenny and Tom. Y'all
Thank
take
You
care.
guys next
Thank
week.
Okay,
You
guys.
guys.
Get some
Take
fun.
care,
Friday.
everybody.